If you're going to stand out from the crowd, you need to rethink your relationships. I noticed that some of you have been smiling and enjoying the pictures in the presentation. These are actually pictures from the new book that's coming out in November. When my co-author and I decided to write this book, we made a big decision. We decided to invest a lot of money in making this book very different so that it would stand out from the crowd. We looked at all the other business books that were out there and realized that they all followed a certain formula. Black text, white paper, graphs, charts, case studies. That was the formula. So we decided to invent a new formula. And we filled this book with photographs and graphic design and color and all of the things we could think of to help it stand out from the crowd. But before we wrote one word, we went to some of our clients, our audiences, and we said, okay, we want to write this book. Tell us what you're looking for. And they all said, please don't make it boring. Please don't make it boring. And don't make it so big and so long that we have to start on one page, at page 1, and go all the way to the end to figure out what you're saying. So what we did was, instead of writing chapters, we wrote actually 10 compact books on 10 of the hot business topics today, so you can pick up the book and start anywhere you want. So we had to figure out a way to make our book stand out from the crowd. And so far, so good. Our book, we just found out, is going to the Frankfurt Book Fair in next month, which is the largest international book fair of its kind in the world. So we're pretty excited about that. So I'm sharing it with you because I want you to know that I practice what I preach. So whatever you're telling your clients about how to build good PR, you need to be practicing what you preach. So why are healthy relationships important? Because your relationships, whether they're healthy or not, will impact your ability to do your job. You know, life is complicated. If you're in a bad relationship, it's hard to come to work and do your job, isn't it? So you need to think in terms of, are your relationships healthy? How can you tell if you're in a healthy relationship? You respect each other, you trust each other, you feel safe when you're with that person. There are rules and boundaries. There are consequences if somebody crosses a line or breaks a big rule. And you feel better about yourself when you're with that person. That's how you can tell you're in a healthy relationship. Every relationship that you're in your personal and professional life can be measured against those areas. So it's pretty simple to figure out. So why are they important? Because relationships impact your ability to do your job. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we were all just in relationships with great, wonderful, perfect people? But welcome to life. It's not like that. How many of you have a difficult person in your life? Okay, honest enough to raise your hands. Good. How many of you are sitting next to that person right now? No, I didn't mean, no, you weren't supposed to raise your hand. But if you are sitting next to that person and you were too polite to raise your hand, here's all you need to do. In the next few minutes that we have together, when you see that I've made eye contact with you, just kind of throw your head to the right or left, roll your eyes, and I'll know who to talk to at the break, okay? Think about that difficult person who's in your picture in your mind right now. You know that person you would love to look them square in the eye and say, and I don't care if they're a client or your boss or whatever, you'd love to be able to look them square in the eye one day and say this, I don't understand it. I already took a pain pill, so why are you still here? I mean, wouldn't that feel good? So difficult people, though, why are they difficult? They're difficult because it works. Why would anybody who's a poor performer, why would anyone who's a poor performer who comes to work late, leaves early, takes too many personal phone calls, doesn't deliver, doesn't do their job, but has other people on the team who pick up the slack and do their work, why would they ever have any incentive to change if that is working for them? They may be difficult, but they're not stupid.